A convoy of heavy trucks is seen navigating a narrow, rugged mountain road, deep in the highlands of Apurímac, Peru. The path is steep, rocky, and uneven, winding through a remote and challenging landscape. With sharp gradients, tight corners, and loose surfaces, this mountain route demands maximum precision and control from the drivers involved. The convoy is made up of various types of trucks, each playing a crucial role in transporting materials and equipment for the Pampas Bridge construction project. Several of the vehicles are covered with heavy-duty tarps, concealing large and valuable cargo, most likely structural components, steel beams, or prefabricated sections of the bridge. The presence of two powerful tractor-trailer units, each hauling oversized industrial equipment, indicates the critical nature of the delivery. These loads could be large generators, mechanical assemblies, or key construction machinery necessary for bridge erection. The scale and complexity of the transport underscore the difficulty of bringing infrastructure into isolated regions like Apurímac. The road itself appears barely wide enough for one truck at a time, with steep drop-offs on one side and rocky slopes on the other. There are no guardrails or paved shoulders, just raw mountain terrain, carved to allow access for these massive vehicles. Surrounding the convoy is a vast and austere mountain landscape, with sparse vegetation and rugged cliffs stretching into the distance. The environment is harsh. Dry air, high elevation, and remote conditions make logistics operations here especially demanding. The lack of civilization and infrastructure further complicates efforts, meaning that self-sufficiency and careful planning are essential for every phase of the transport. The tractor units hauling the heaviest cargo are likely equipped with hub reduction axles, multiple driven axles, and high-torque diesel engines, optimized for climbing steep grades with extreme loads. Drivers must carefully balance throttle and braking, using engine retarders and low-range gears to maintain control on descents. The convoy's slow speed reflects the cautious approach required in such terrain. Safety takes precedence over speed. This operation is part of the ongoing construction of the Pampas Bridge, a vital project that will span the Pampas River and connect rural communities throughout the region. The bridge is intended to provide year-round access across a river that becomes nearly impassable during the rainy season. Once complete, it will reduce isolation, enhance trade, and improve access to healthcare, education, and services for thousands of residents in the highlands. This scene is more than a convoy. It is a vivid example of the effort required to bring development to remote parts of Peru. The trucks, drivers, and logistics teams involved are pushing the limits of off-road transportation to ensure that construction continues. Each kilometer conquered by the convoy is a step closer to a future of greater connectivity for Apurímac. The journey is long and difficult, but the mission is clear: build the bridge that will unite the mountains. The Oshkosh M1070A0, a true military-grade hauler, is now part of Elevation Transport's specialized fleet. Originally engineered to move the M1 Abrams battle tank, this 8-wheel drive monster is purpose-built for the most demanding on- and off-road heavy haul operations. At the heart of the M1070A0 lies a Detroit diesel 12.1 LV8, delivering 500 horsepower at 2,200 RPM and an incredible 1,500 feet lbs of torque at just 1,200 RPM. This power is managed through an Allison 5-speed automatic transmission paired with a 2-speed Oshkosh 5500 transfer case, ensuring precise control across any terrain. The drivetrain includes 4 Rockwell axles, each equipped with locking differentials, providing maximum traction under load. The central tire inflation system allows real-time adjustment for optimal grip, while Goodyear military-grade tires handle extreme weight and rough ground with confidence. Inside, the spacious cabin supports a 5-man crew, complete with an external air filtration system for operations in dusty or hazardous environments. 2 powerful 55,000 pounds hydraulic winches, each with 150 feet of 1-inch steel cable, allow for recovery and load assistance in extreme scenarios. Whether hauling equipment across rugged terrain or through urban obstacles, the Oshkosh M1070A0 is a powerhouse built to perform under pressure. Where many companies decline, Kubler-Spedition specialists step in with confidence. One such challenge was the overland transport of a massive excursion steamboat to Lake Ammersee in Bavaria. The operation began with the careful separation of the upper deck from the hull. The upper section was precisely loaded onto a waiting truck and moved into position. Next, the ship's hull was lifted from the water and placed onto 2 modular platform trailers. With a police escort, the convoy began its journey on closed roads toward the Autobahn. Even the harbor exit required expert maneuvering, with detailed route preparations essential. Numerous traffic signs were temporarily removed and reinstalled immediately after passage. Traffic islands were covered with steel plates to prevent the heavy load from sinking. Every turning radius was pre-simulated via CAD, ensuring accurate plate placement for support. At the Autobahn entrance, millimeter precision was required. A roundabout blocked access, so the truck had to reverse onto the highway. By the next night, the convoy reached the Ammersee exit. The median barrier was removed, and the convoy switched to the opposite lane, temporarily driving against traffic. Finally, after a final leg through rural roads, the convoy arrived. At dawn, 2 mobile cranes reassembled the vessel, lifting the hull into the water and placing the upper deck precisely on top. Mission accomplished with perfect execution. A ZIL 131 military truck finds itself stuck in extremely challenging terrain, possibly during late winter or early spring, in a remote forested or mountainous region. This Soviet-designed 6x6 all-terrain vehicle is known for its off-road capability, often used in military and logistical operations in rough environments. In this scenario, the truck is immobilized on a muddy, snow-covered trail where melting snow has created thick, sticky mud. The mixed conditions of slush, ice, and soft soil have overwhelmed the truck's traction, even with its full-time six-wheel drive. Despite the ZIL 131's rugged design and high ground clearance, the deep ruts and uneven surface have caused it to bog down, with all wheels partially sunk. The surrounding environment features dense forest and patches of lingering snow, suggesting a cold, remote location where access is limited. The situation may be part of an off-road expedition, military resupply, or tactical training mission in adverse weather conditions. Recovery efforts might involve manual digging, winching, or assistance from another heavy-duty vehicle. This event highlights the unpredictable nature of off-road logistics in extreme terrain, where even well-equipped vehicles like the ZIL 131 can become trapped under the right combination of mud, snow, and terrain difficulty. The Western Star features a tridem axle with planetary hub reduction, multiplying torque at the wheels by about 3-to-1, similar to systems on Oshkosh and off-road trucks. The other two highway tractors lack this setup. Given similar transmission and axle ratios across all three trucks, the Star delivers significantly more wheel end torque, meaning it's effectively doing more than its share of the pulling in the convoy. During a river crossing operation, two Volvo FH540 trucks, both configured as 6x4 and hauling heavy loads, encountered significant difficulty exiting the ferry. The issue arose as they approached a steep, narrow ramp with a slippery surface, an especially challenging combination for fully loaded vehicles. Despite the truck's 540 horsepower and high-torque D13 engines, both units lost traction while attempting to climb the wet ramp. Even with traction control engaged, the drive wheels spun without gaining grip, forcing operators to act quickly. One of the trucks had to reverse and gain momentum before making a successful climb. The second truck required external assistance from a support tractor, which used a steel cable to help pull it up the incline. The incident highlighted the need for prior assessment of ramp conditions, particularly when dealing with high gross vehicle weights and limited surface traction. Ultimately, both Volvo FH540s completed the maneuver, demonstrating their durability and power. But the event served as a strong reminder of the operational risks present in difficult offloading environments, even for premium long-haul trucks. At first glance, it looked like he was hauling an entire building. That load was massive. Transporting oversized cargo like this demands powerful trucks, expert drivers, and detailed logistics. From securing permits to navigating tight turns, every move is a high-stakes display of precision and brute force. This heavyweight tips the scales at 800 tons total, loaded with a massive transformer for RWE. Since Tuesday, the giant has been slowly moving from Vorde to Neurath. The transformer itself weighs around 300 tons, while the specialized trailer, with over 30 hydraulic axle lines, supports the rest. Transporting such an oversized load requires detailed route planning, bridge load assessments, and police escorts. In tight curves or steep gradients, additional push and pull tractors are deployed. Every kilometer is carefully coordinated. This is more than just transport. It's a showcase of German engineering precision and heavy haul logistics mastery. Deep within a remote forested area, a muddy, unpaved road stretches forward, flanked by thick vegetation and tall trees. This appears to be a challenging off-road segment, possibly in a rural or undeveloped region where infrastructure is minimal. The path is heavily rutted with deep tire tracks, indicating frequent use under harsh conditions, and saturated with mud that makes traction extremely difficult. Two large trucks are slowly moving through the terrain. They appear to be off-road capable or specialized heavy-duty vehicles built to endure and overcome such extreme conditions. Their high ground clearance, aggressive tire treads, and reinforced chassis are essential for maintaining progress through the deep mud and uneven surface. The trucks sway and lurch with every movement, their tires struggling for grip while mud splashes around the wheel wells.
Работать тебе тягачом сегодня. Это завтра указали, да?
These types of roads are typically found in forestry operations, rural construction zones, or regions where seasonal rain transforms dirt roads into muddy tracks. Navigation through this kind of terrain demands not just mechanical capability, but also skilled drivers who understand the dynamics of weight distribution and throttle control in low traction environments. Despite the tough conditions, the trucks continue moving forward, a testament to both vehicle performance and human determination in the face of unforgiving terrain. Zust and Bachmeier was tasked with organizing the international transport of the world's heaviest transformer, a 530-ton unit built by Siemens at their transformer plant in Nuremberg, Germany. The final destination, Guquan, China, a journey that would involve road, river, and sea transport, requiring precise planning and engineering excellence. The operation began with the overland transport of the transformer over an 8-kilometer route from the Siemens plant to Zust and Bachmeier's heavy load logistics center. The transformer was loaded onto a specialized self-propelled modular transporter, SPMT, equipped with dozens of hydraulic axle lines capable of distributing the immense load across the pavement to prevent structural damage. Navigating through urban streets required escort vehicles, traffic control, and temporary removal of traffic signs and infrastructure to ensure a clear path. Upon arrival at the logistics center, the team began preparations for the next leg of the journey, loading the transformer onto a river barge for transport via inland waterways to a seaport, where it would be transferred to an ocean-going vessel bound for China. This project demonstrated Zust and Bachmeier's expertise in multimodal heavy transport logistics, combining technical innovation, safety, and precision. Moving such a massive and sensitive piece of equipment across continents reflects the company's capacity to handle even the most extreme transport challenges on a global scale. The T35.01, a powerful tracked machine designed for heavy-duty construction or demolition work, is seen carefully driving onto a low-bed trailer, trawl, for transport. Due to its massive weight and wide track base, the loading process must be done slowly and precisely. Ramps are reinforced to support the vehicle's full weight. Operators coordinate every movement, ensuring that the tracks align with the trailer's surface. The T35.01 climbs gradually, its engine roaring as it ascends. Once on the trailer, it's securely fastened with chains and heavy-duty anchors to prevent shifting during transport. This careful process ensures safe relocation to the next job site.